It is Foot Trading's first birthday in March, and as our way of saying thank you to the insane support we've had for the last year, we are giving away your choice of an Xbox Series S or a PlayStation 5 digital to one lucky site subscriber. All you've got to do is be subscribed on the 31st of March in order to be entered automatically. Now, as a reminder, Tier 1 costs £10 a month, and that gives you access to buying and selling prices for special cards, for icons, for silvers, and for Thursday flips. So much stuff on the website, I'm forgetting what we do. And Tier 2 includes live filters, UCL cards, gold chem styles, and fluctuations, with more to be added in the coming days and weeks. There are multiple updates every day on the site, allowing you to trade 24 hours a day, no matter what time zone you are. Don't forget, if you do subscribe to the website, make sure you join the Discord. There are thousands of people in there helping each other to trade and make the most of it. We've got mods, you've got Dan and I, you've got trusted traders, all the stuff you could possibly want to make millions of coins on this game without having to spend any of your money on FIFA points. So good luck to everyone that enters, and once again, thank you very much for the amazing support we've had. You guys allow us to do this full time. We're extremely thankful, and we never lose sight of that. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe down below. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. Get 3 uploads a day on the channel. The morning, it's League, SBC, Method to Glory, me crafting players and packs and all that awesome stuff. Basically, so I can enjoy promos without spending money on FIFA points. And by doing that, I teach you guys how to do the same. You guys are glad to go along with me. And yeah, a lot of you guys are having their teams massively improved. So that makes me very, very happy. The evening content, this content is a trading video. Normally, we run trading series, which we'll be back to soon. At the moment this week, it's a lot of how-to guides, go into much more detail about how to trade on the market at different times with different items. And the midnight content is a mixture of packs, picks, anything that I think is relevant for you guys. It's the most relevant content that can be provided. It comes directly after the 6 PM content. And so yeah, basically that's one of my favorite videos to do because it's direct help at that moment in time. But this video is all about icons. So I've done a bit of icon sort of advice and guidance for you guys. I want to go into it in a bit more detail. And the reason why we're going to go into it in detail at the moment is because we have a massive sort of dip in the market right now. I don't like calling things a market crash because I think that just panics people. It's just a dip in the market. So EA have brought out this Foot Player Days promo alongside What If, and it has completely screwed the market. EA have messed up, basically, badly messed up. And everything has crashed, including icons. But what you have to understand about icons is they're far more hardy than any other card on this game. And the reason usually for that is because they're always demanded in terms of linking players. They're rarer to get hold of, and they're going to be used into weekend leagues. So I've gone out and bought some icons. Now, this Gerrard was a 445 pickup. We've sold him for 509 already. This Barnes was a 660 pickup. We're listing him up for 739. Coman, 505 is up for 565. Gattuso, 497, 559. And the Coles were 510 and 509, and they are listed up for 565 and 566. Apologies if my voice sounds funny. I am losing my voice again. But the question mark is, how do I know here to buy into these cards? And it really is simplistic. This is how. Look at my transfer targets. I am literally watching every single card I can find that I think is a half decent deal, and I'm basically waiting to see what they sell for. So I've got a rough idea of what they're currently selling for, so I know what I can buy at, and it gives me much more of an accurate picture. So when I set my filter, this is the filter that I like at the moment. This is what I'm using. So I've got my 15 million, whatever there, 401 min by now, 1.3 million max by now. First thing to note with icons, by the way, you want at least 1 million in your account before you do them. In my opinion, 1.5 plus is where you need to be. But you can trade at lower end, relatively simplistically. It's not too difficult at all. But what I'll then do is I head towards the end and I'll look at the deals and I'll see what I think is the deal and what isn't. And so, for example, the Schweinsteiger here, he's 669. There's one at 672. What I will then do is I'll go into, well, for me, I go to a website and I can literally just type in Schweinsteiger on the website, and right now a buy for us is about 643. But for you guys, you get Schweinsteiger up, and we get up his 91. And if you have a little look, we'll go desktop now. This is Schweinsteiger sitting here now, okay? What I want to do is get an idea of his price here, 673, that's great. Hourly graph. He's been about 730 all day, 720. But the most important thing for Schweinsteiger is what has he been selling for today? There's a 720, a 670, a 723, a 735, a 754. These were like earlier in today. He's been coming down as the day's gone on. And then overnight, I'm interested in. What did he sell for overnight? It's an 830 yesterday evening, a 707, a 750. So that gives me a rough idea of what he did overnight last night. I've got to be mindful that the market's dipped today. And it's easy to tell the market's dipped. Because look here. all these listings earlier today for 800k plus, and as you go on through that day, they start to go 800k and lower 800k, then they start to get to more to 700ks, and even more 700 and 600ks here. So that's how you can tell the market's dipped. So what I'll do is I'll go and add this Schweinsteiger to my transfer targets, and I'll chill, and I'll see if an undercut comes along on that card that's a decent deal, and I can do that on all these cards here. So Xavi's 90 card, 430, have a little look at him, it's not really a good deal. But again, I can add them to my transfer targets, and I can wait and see if an undercut comes along. And while you're doing that, mark down your prices of what these cards have been selling for today. Now, it's much more tricky to do this at the moment because we're in the middle of a massive market dip because of this Player Days promo. But what you'll find with icons is that they'll always have a tendency to bounce back the moment that a weekend league hits. The moment weekend league hits, as there's another Owen for 330 here, and I'm going to buy that, I think, because I bought my 330 already. I'm going to buy something at 330. Pop them up there. So, this Owen, I've just picked up an Owen, I'll show you in a second. Let's go to Owen, on here for you guys. So Michael Owen's 91 card. So 357 there, 49 minutes ago. Again, hourlies, I check him. Okay, it's been 425 today, lowest it's been to 361. Market sales history, one sold at 345, even in the dip earlier on, one sold at 370. Where the 445 earlier on, which is ambitious, a 444, a 409 this morning, a 400 overnight, a 395, 433 yesterday evening. So yes, the market's low right now, but I am telling you now, some of these icons will sell well overnight, but they'll bounce into weekend league. I'm relatively chill about that. And again, so I now know that 330 is a buy on Owen. I can keep picking them up later on if I want to pick them up. I'll probably not pick up more than a couple because to me, there's no point in risking buying loads of the same card. It defeats the object of what I'm doing. So 327 there for a Baggio, 324 for a Baggio. I'll add to my transfer targets. And again, I'll search and see what Baggio's been selling for. Again, I have the luxury of the market, of the website. If a website sub, use the website prices. They're there to protect you guys and make sure you make coins. Baggio 91, 331 is technically a buy at the moment. In all honesty, let's have a little look at Baggio's 81 cards. I want to see what he's been selling for today. And again, market sales history. He's had a sale at 360, 365, 350, 376, 349. Overnight, where was he at? 360, 370. So again, this Baggio's not a bad buy, but because the market's dipping right now, I'm going to hold off. I'd rather not pick that card up and get an average deal. I'd rather pick up a good deal, a really, really good deal. I don't want to pick up anything that's bang average. Another Kenny listed at 650. I've been seeing him sell at 650 today. Again, land the transfer targets, see if he sells again. Well, I can't transfer targets now because he's done that. But that's basically the method of how you basic level you trade with icons. That's literally the sort of most basic way you would look to go, okay, cool, I've got icons. This is what they're listed for. This is what they're selling for. And this is where I want to be with them. So basically, that's where we're at right now. That's literally what we're doing. I'm going to keep buying cards. And basically, I've given you the idea of what I bought these for. I'm going to list them overnight. Hopefully, this will be a next day video, but it might be a sort of Thursday, Friday video to show the profit afterwards, because sometimes icons do have a longer hold. But I will be right back. Alright guys, so good morning from me, and a very good night in the end. Very, very good night. So, good sales. Not everything's gone, but you expect that. You don't sell everything. Everyone seems to think that whenever you buy a card, you definitely sell everything and you make profit on it. That's not how trading goes. But the Owens we paid 330 for, 370, 371, 372. They all sold literally within a minute of each other. I'm looking at the sales on Futbin, 706 and 2 at 707. And they went for... The two, so we paid 497 for, we made 558 for. The Barnes we paid 660 for, sold for 720. The Gerrard yesterday, this was a 4, I believe it was 445 we picked him up for. I think that's what my stream said it was. I did forget, but I think it was 445. Sold for 509. The Cole, one of them's gone, the other one hasn't. Again, we picked up at 509 and 510. It's a very good profit on that. And the Vieri, I think we picked up for 121. I think it was like, I can't exactly remember. 142. So now we've got 4 other cards selling. My aim today is probably to get out of these for a smaller profit or a break even. Purely because there's rumour of a few Icon SBCs tonight and potentially an Icon, like a Prime Icon pack or whatever, coming tonight. So I don't really want to hold these for too long. But the key thing about this, and this is what I say to a lot of you, most of this stuff can be done. And I think people overcomplicate trading. It's just a bit of research. It really is. And let's say now, theoretically, I now know that Owen sells to 370, 371, 372 overnight. I'll adjust my thinking based upon the fact that, let's say tonight, for example, we get a Prime pack. A lot of Prime Icons will get listed in panic. It will happen. And that will bring them down. So then I'll just adjust my buy price down. But I'll be keeping an eye. When I come to buy Icons, none of these are snipes. Like, the Barnes was on bid for 660. But the Barnes wasn't a A Snipe, I waited until the end, no one bid on him, I bid on him 660, got him. The Gattuso the same, I bid on him. None of these cards were sniped. Every single one of them was sat there for at least a minute or two. When you're buying icons, you don't sit there and just buy loads and loads and loads of them on snipes. You buy them based upon what you're seeing them on the market for. And you do a bit of research. And that's why my transfer pile's been full for ages. Now it's emptied off this morning to clear it off. During my stream today at 10 AM, I'll do the exact same thing again. I'll get my filters up, I'll look at my filters, and I'll see where is the best place to find them. Now filters are important here because I've got 9 million coins or so when I'm liquid. Maybe slightly more than that, 9.5 million coins. So for me, I can afford to go with an icon, let's go to icon league. Let's do league rather than this. I can afford to go with a filter that maybe eliminates the ones that cost about 100k that really I can't be bothered to sell because they take ages. And I can go up to like 1.5 mil. I can buy icons in between that buy price there. So I can do that, right? But if you are someone who's got 1.5 million, you don't want to be doing that because you don't want to buy one icon, you want to buy 4 or 5. So you adjust your buy price based upon that and you go, okay, cool, here's my filter. Let's say I've got 1.5 million, maybe you go 200,000 to 500,000 and you pick them up from there. So here, for example, like, would I really want to be flicking through 30 pages at a time of icons? Arguably not. But once I get to the end of this, as I keep flicking through, once I get towards the end, I'll start to be able to look at them and add ones to my transfer pile that I think, hang on, that might be a deal, that might not be a deal. Now, arguably, I want to narrow it down a bit more than I've just done it there. But again, what I can do from here is Cannavaro, okay, 624, that's where he's at the moment. I can then go and check his price. Guardiola, 970. And at times, you'll look at cards and you will find a big undercut. You'll find a card that's got a massive undercut on him, and you have to say to yourself, is that a deal? And you can see what they sold for overnight. You can see what they sold for yesterday. Footbin tells you all that. Now, the website removes that. The website does it for you. You haven't got to worry about that. We literally do all that for you. But say they're for 1.3 million there. I can have a little look at that. So, for example, I can add in transfer targets. Unless someone's already bought him. So I'm assuming someone might have, because it's quite a big undercut. Well, never it's like maximum capacity when it isn't, is it? But either way, I can go save off. And I can have a little look at this card and go, okay, cool. What's he been selling for? What's his sales history? What did he sell for overnight? What's he been selling for recently? So we got a 1.177. Overnight, there was a 1.469. But he's had a bid on him at 1.177. So is 1.3 that good a deal? Yes, he might have sold for 1.469, 1.470 as well. But no, it ain't as great a deal as some of the ones that come on the market. And again, you just keep repeating that process until you find one you think is a great deal. Now, in my opinion, the best time to be looking at icons is usually always going to be in the evenings. Because that's when you've got a good idea of where the market's at and how the market's playing up and how it's reacting. That's the best time to buy icons in my opinion. You've got a whole day of sales to look at. You've got a whole day of buys and all that sort of stuff to really work with. And this is why the Owens yesterday, I was relatively comfortable at 330 on them. Purely because I'd seen them sold during the day at 360 and none have been listed that low for the whole day. So for me, I was like, that's fine. Other things to take into account for icons. Yes, Hunter and Shadows make a difference. It makes it easier to make a sell. But really with icons, fresh icons do even better. So the Ashley Cole here, for example, one of these was fresh if I remember rightly. And this one sold for 566. The other one was listed for 565 and did not sell. And that's probably because it wasn't fresh. So realistically, that's something to be mindful of. If it's a fresh icon, it will always sell for more, or it's more likely to sell for a similar price one that isn't fresh. Sometimes you can buy a little bit higher than you would do because it's fresh. But that is icon trading in a nutshell, and that's how you make coins very easily overnight on icons. Now I'm doing that at a higher level, sort of mid-tier priced icons here. You can do it at a lower budget, and obviously at a higher budget you can make even more coins. But this is why I'm trying to show you guys this week loads of different methods of trading based upon budgets, based upon what you do with coins. Some of you will comment at the bottom of this video, can you do lower budget methods? I've done plenty of lower budget methods, so look over the videos, go through the channel and see what you can do. But that is icon trading. These guys will get sold off today for pretty much a small profit or break even. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you are new around here, as always, make sure you subscribe down below. And make sure you check out futtrading.co.uk for your chance to win a next generation console and make millions of coins. What is not to love? But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.